Tony here, 456 Chevy Trucks LLC, Kansas City, Kansas. Down at the World of Wheels shows, Kansas City, Missouri. It's the third and final day of the show for the 61st annual World of Wheels, Bartle Hall Convention Center, downtown Kansas City, Missouri. This is a 1965 Chevrolet C10 long bed fleet side. It's a big back window truck. This is original color truck, but it has been painted one time, which is sparkling here under the LED lights of the convention center. It's a factory custom appearance truck. It's got the anodized aluminum grille, chrome front and rear bumpers on it, body molding, stainless trim around the windshield, cab sails, and believe it or not, vent shades were a factory option from GM in this era of trucks. So I get that question a lot. There's another unique GM option. That's actually a forged or a cast aluminum step, and that is a factory option. There's a lot of documentation in the literature from GM about those. This truck is actually, believe it or not, it's got original southern yellow pine bedwood in it. This is truly a survivor truck. And if you look closely, you might be able to see it. The date code of the bedwood is stamped in the in that slat of the bedwood, and it's still visible. Some guys couldn't care less about that. I think it's a nice, it's a nicety to have on an original truck. This does have, although it's a 1966, the federal government mandated reverse lights, seat belts, and two-speed wipers with washer pump in 1966. However, those were options in the 60 to 66 Chevrolet trucks prior to 66. This one happens to have factory correct reverse lights on it, which is kind of a nice thing to have. If you, regardless of what year the truck is, reverse lights are a nice thing to have, as you know. This one also has a historic vintage plate on it. That's actually a 1965 model year truck plate from the state of Missouri, which is a nice touch on a vintage vehicle. A fellow Kansas City, somewhat local to Kansas City, owns this truck of numerous others, trucks and cars and so on, scooters and various other things. This truck's happens to be a V8 automatic truck. As you can see, it's still got some of the firewall wax pencil markings on it. That would be a factory correct single chamber master cylinder and a power brake booster assembly, and you see the mounting wedge on the firewall there to angle that away from the engine for clearance purposes per the literature provided by GM. And believe it or not, 327s in this era of trucks were actually Alpine green. It was a late 65 available option for the trucks in 1965, and then it was readily available in 66. But this would be probably considered a special order. That's a factory correct 327, upper radiator hard pipe, as you see, factory correct air cleaner, nice and shiny. Just got a nice coat of paint on it. That's a factory correct A6 rotary compressor found on these trucks. As you can see, this is a factory correct Harrison original radiator. This engine bay is a pretty good reference for factory correct on these trucks. It would have had spring clamps on the battery cables. In this case, those have been changed out at some point, but that's a pretty easy modification if you want to take it back to original. If you need parts, service, restoration services, performance or convenience upgrades for your 60 to 66 Chevy GMC truck panel or Suburban, here's our contact information. Or if you just want to talk trucks, hit us up, 4-5-6 ChevyTrucks.com. Be safe and enjoy the day.